The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Bills and the Cards, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth. And here we are, Brock, final week of the preseason. One last tune-up for stars and starters. And, of course, the game where a lot of these great camp stories will clinch a spot on that Week 1 roster.
And I never tire of these great camp stories. And they come from all different backgrounds. Some are undrafted guys, some are vets with a restart on their career. But they use the preseason, in this game in particular, to springboard some momentum into the regular season.
Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And away we go in Glendale. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, man, he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
Kyler starting off with the throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Murray here on first down. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Connection made to Dell. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Murray from the pistol. He's got this complete to James Cook. Runs it in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a James Cook touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. And they'll be let out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team is a young quarterback. You want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 34. Finds him on the crossing route. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Hand off to the back. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Right up the gut. And they take him down right along the 30. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL. Play a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. Back-to-back carries here. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Can't get it to him, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Short pass brought in. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it, and he's tackled for a short gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. The throw is caught, and he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
3rd down from the gun. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. From the gun, it's Murray. That throw finds Okonkwo. He's out in the clear. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals break the tie here in the first. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. From the 28. It is caught left side. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. A tight end in motion now. They go with Williams on the counter. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Setting up a throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Throwing off the play fake here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Dropping back to throw. He's on the move. And that one's going to hit the turf.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return starts from the goal line. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you won it all 17 games of the season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Motioning the tight end now. And we will... Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Kyler throwing here. Pass complete to Cook. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Kyler to throw. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to the air. Murray. Hauled in left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Bills will take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. It's taken in by Williams. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Cut out left. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Charvarius Ward brings him down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Plowing up the middle. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. There'll be a field goal try now for Joshua Carty. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Out head the Cardinals now on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Green.
First tone of the game for James Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. 3rd down coming up. They kick the running back in motion. Murray on 3rd down. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Here's 2nd and 11. Dumps it off to his running back. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
New set of downs for him at the 38. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. Throwing now on 1st down. Trying for the deep ball. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills get some late points and the lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Cardi now for the PA. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills push their lead to 6.
Cardinals 14.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They send the tight end in motion. 1st and 10, Murray. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Dell with the grab. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Murray here on 1st down. Gets this to Johnson. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's 2nd and 2. Connects with Cook. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just won't see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on him. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Connection made to Dell. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. Complete to Dell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. He'll throw it. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills leading. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the final game on the preseason schedule for these two teams. After this comes final cut downs, and then we get started for real. The countdown is on for the NFL kickoff game on the Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, this is the final dress rehearsal. Still a chance for someone to make a big play that cements his spot on the roster. And to bring it your way, let's get it right back out to Kate Scott. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Starting from the 5. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25, couple yards short at the 23. The Bills They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Short pass caught by his tight end. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Nick Bosa makes the stop.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out.
Breaks through, and he might break away. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Ooh, the Cardinals are seeing red after that call, and now we are too. The challenge flag is out.
Under review.
Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
Back now, pressure on its way. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 22 on 2nd down. He's got it over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They give it to him again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Touchdown, Buffalo! I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game.
Cardinals 17. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. And his choice to leave the end zone going to cost him a small chunk here as he's out shy of that 25. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll try the right side with Cook. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Play action now, Murray. Short pass caught by his tight end. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's Murray. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Those defenses spend all week trying to find that numbers advantage. How can I get a guy free? Or how do I get my best rusher in a one-on-one to beat him and get home and get that sack? That was study put into action for the SACK.
Now Murray on 3rd and long. Cook calls it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Cardinals out for the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And you'll love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40. Found his way through most of the kicking team. He picked up 25 on that return. And they're going to take over possession. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Another carry for him. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Chase Young bringing him down there. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. Gets it to the 15. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills make it a 16-point ball game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills take a 3-possession lead.
Cardinals 17. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now they'll try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Has this at the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Launching deep down. That's intercepted near the sideline. And the Cardinals have it just a hair or two shy of midfield. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Left side into the hands of Dell. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now they send their back in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He's going to try to drop it in. Big gain downfield. And in for the Arizona touchdown. PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Bills back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. They hand this one off. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 38. Looking right, and he finds him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st down, ball at the 36. Slot man in motion left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Has room inside the 25. And they finally get to him at the 15. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Caught near the goal line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring.
Ooh, the Cardinals are seeing...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Scores! Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills make it a 9-point advantage. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Cardi with the extra point. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game.
31. Cardinals 31. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Their offense ready to take the field now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here.
Here we go. Right.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
Right.
Fields on 1st down. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here we go. Tonight.
28-yard line.
Tonight. Tonight.
From the 28. Hits him on the out route. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Right up the gut. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
To the sideline it goes. He's got it beyond barely bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
Here we go. Tonight.
Another throw for Fields. Flushed out of the... This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them.
Here we go.
They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
He's running with it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
Don't jump. Ready? Tonight. Go.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
14-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Here we go. Tonight.
Back-to-back carries here. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Here's 2nd and 11. Finds a man right side. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Lone back gets the handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
From the 48. Rolling it. Oh, he loses the football. Cardinals grab it!
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. If you know what, throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Now motion him out of the backfield. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted! And the Bills have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And I'm sure they all got a stern lecture on ball security between possessions after they fumbled it away on their last series. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way was telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. He's dropping back to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. He's back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for this. And they take him down right along the 30. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Kate. They say that football is cyclical. Well, I sure hope we see the fullback come back. There's just something about that guy, something about that position. And he just showed you right there, going to get you a first down. They can be difference makers, too.
Here's a give up the middle. And they stop him after a pickup down to the 24. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Bills only up by a few. So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. This offense ready to get going again now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence.
Here we go. Hurry up, hurry up. Sit high.
Here he is to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
He'll look to throw it. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Cardinals in the hurry-up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Complete out to the right side. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Bills make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Buffalo sending its offense to the field. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ. And craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. 1 final seconds on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Cardi. This will be a 44-yard look. His kick is good at the end, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And this victory is going to give them a nice shot of confidence as they work through the next couple of weeks and prepare for things to count coming up in Week 1. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Glendale.